Good morning, security gang, and welcome back to the CyberHub Podcast, Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. I'm pre-recording today's show. Had to travel yesterday, and so I'm out of the studio today. I'll be back in the studio tomorrow. God willing, everything goes all right. Travel is back to normal. The government shutdown is over. And so things are getting back there. We've got a packed show for everyone tuning in today. It's a fast sprint through some real world hits and must patches. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. DoorDash is confirming customer data theft. Princeton and the Pennsylvania AG office disclosed breaches that put donors and social security numbers in play. Eurofiber France is warning clients after a ticket system hack that may have exposed VPN configs and certs. From there, we're going to shift to the threat front with APT42 social engineering campaign targeting defense and government, and then we'll zoom out to a record 15 plus terabyte per second Aisuru DDoS slam on Azure that should have every SaaS team checking their failovers. We'll also be tackling a patch or get popped segment with critical IBM AIX bugs, including a perfect 10 there, a Chrome 0-day under active exploitation, and Rondobox botnet now doing its own abuse. All that on today's show. If you're tired, so am I. But guess what? Traveling, no real and where I'm at, like it's Dunkin' or Starbucks. So with that being said, no double espresso this morning. Well, obviously pre-recording, it's really early too, so we're gonna leave it at that. Coffee cup cheers to everyone tuning in. Let's get into why you're tuning into the show. It's the news. DoorDash saying personal information was stolen in a recent breach. Impacted data, includes names, emails, phone numbers, and even partial card data. That's the last four of your credit card, but no full payment details or passwords were compromised, according to the company's notice. You can expect targeted phishing and account recovery abuse, even if payment fraud is limited there. Well, they'll try to take advantage of it. They'll try to use it to buy gift cards and a whole bunch of stuff as well. So keep that in mind. On DoorDash's end, they should be triggering communication with phishing warning. They should rotate and retokenize any exposed partner API keys. They should likely tune detections for any account takeover attempts and monitor for credential stuffing spikes on the DoorDash adjacent accounts. Those will all go a long way to help DoorDash build better resiliency there. Princeton University experienced a data breach that impacted donor and alumni database. The data breach disclosed affecting donor and alumni database. The school's notice indicated exposure of contact and relationship details. It's useful for social engineering against high-value household and even institutional donors. You can look at spear phishing, targeting development office, and even donors by there. So there's a ton of mitigation that they'd have to do. Primarily, they've already done it. They should have done a better job kind of defending the list, but kind of, this includes all university alumni, alumni spouses and partners, widows and widowers of alumni, any donor to the university, parents or students, current and past current students, even faculty and staff. So there's that. The UPenn data breach earlier also had some impact there. Those are all coming together to create a perfect storm there as well. We'll move to the Pennsylvania Attorney General disclosing their latest data breach and now saying that the August ransomware attack led to the theft of names, social security numbers, and even some medical information. Researchers previously tied the initial access to the vulnerable Citrix NetScaler instance that was CVE 2025-5777. That was Citrix Bleed 2. Courts and casework were also disrupted for weeks. No ransom was paid by the state of Pennsylvania, and good. So you want to verify the eradication of Citrix Bleed 2 and related bugs if that's within your environment. Again, the attorney AG kind of putting in this notification for the data breach there. We'll see how that pans out for them. Eurofiber France's ticket system was breached. Eurofiber France warning that a vulnerability in its ticketing ATE portal was exploited. A threat actor by the name of Byte to Breach claims that data from 10,000 clients' organizations included screenshots, VPN configurations, credentials, and certificates. Exact scope is still under validation, whether or not they're right. Again, threat actors tend to exaggerate in this case to try and up the amount of money they can win. They can try to extort, not win. But they've notified CNIL and ANSSI, and they've patched the holders downstream compromise of potential Eurofiber customers through either the reused credentials or even leaked configurations that could lead to significant sort of disruptions for these customers. So you want to kind of rotate your configs. If you're a customer, you should assume that ticket attachments were exposed. Rotate VPN and device certificates. You should reset shared credentials referenced in some of those tickets and search for your domain in the actor's sample set that was posted online. That'll go a long way. The Israeli INCD highlighting details on an APT42 campaign leveraging bespoke conference invitees and WhatsApp outreach. Victims are funneled to a credential harvester or even serve decoys that drop the tame cat, a modular PowerShell that's using Telegram or even Discord for its C2 server, and it's also living off the land for recon. It's stealthy and memory loaders. Family members are also targets to pressure to principals to collaborate. Again, this is being attributed to the Iranians. For those who don't know, APT42 is tied to the IRGC. They're known by a whole bunch of names, although the one that everyone knows them by is Mint Sandstorm. That's one of the names there as well. So again, sophistication, Iran continues on the move. Microsoft says that the Turbo Mirai class Aisuru botnet hit Azure with a 15.72 terabyte per second attack at 3.64 Bpps. Operators abuse home routers and cams and even compromise router update servers like the Toto link to scale. Cloudflare tied Aisuru to earlier 22.2 terabyte per second burst. If your SaaS relies on Azure public endpoints, you want to validate your upstream DDoS profiles and even your failovers there as well. You should confirm your DDoS protection tiers. Again, this was specifically aimed at Azure of all places. So keep that in mind. The IBM AIX has 3 critical vulnerabilities that were disclosed. One of them rated a perfect 10. Details vary per bulletin, but the net is simple. You want to patch Windows are urgent for enterprises that are still running AIX in their core processing stacks. The business risk is high lateral movement from legacy Unix into crown jewel networks. So apply to IBM fixes. Enable network segmentation around AIX LPARs, and add virtual patching where downtime windows are tight. Again, this is CVE 2025-36250, and it's got a perfect score of 10. It impacts IBM AIX 7.2 and 7.3, as well as the BIOS 3.1 and 4.1, as well as the NIM server master, also known as Nemesis. Could allow a remote attacker to execute arbitrary commands due to improper process controls. The fix is issued for this CVE, as well as there's CVE 2025-36251. This one is rated 9.6 and also affects the same versions of those controls. So you want to make sure you get these patched up ASAP there. Google pushing a Chrome stable 142.0.744.4.175/176 to fix 2 high-severity V8 type confusion bugs. CV 2025-13223 is confirmed exploited in the wild. Expect drive-by exploits against specific browsers and even developer fleets. You should force update your Chrome and Chromium derivatives via MDM, enable site isolation, and restrict riskier browser extensions. You should also hunt for suspicious render crashes around the patch window to see if you've been targeted or compromised in this breach as well. The Rondo Docs botnet is adding the XWiki RCE to break into servers. The botnet operators are abusing CV 2025-248-903, the XWiki Solar Search Groovy injection to drop shells and miners. VoneCheck saw base 64 Groovy payloads delivered via crafted gets with active scanning across the internet. Versions 15.10.11 and 16.4.1 are all vulnerable, so you want to make sure you get these patched up as well. And some good news for our friends over at CISO. The agency is planning a hiring surge through fiscal year 2026, leveraging DHS's cyber talent management system, prioritizing state coordinators and ICS expertise with more flexible RTO for deep technical roles. For defenders, expect more CISO touchpoints, advisories, and incident assist capacity as they rebuild from kind of downsizing and recalibrating their mission to being purely focused on critical infrastructure and cyber resilience and not anything political, which was the goal to begin with from the very beginning. Hopefully the new director doesn't take it down the political route, keeps it apolitical, which is what every federal agency should be in order to enhance our posture as a whole. I can't believe we ran through this episode so fast. Like, I'm absolutely shocked. But 11 minutes in, we've got a fast one today, folks. I ran through this. I hope you got everything you need. CyberHubPodcast.com. You'll find a summary of today's episode with all the action items. So if it went too fast, if you weren't sure, go to CyberHubPodcast.com. You'll get the full version of this episode directly in your inbox shortly after our episode airs every single day, including a lot of our exclusive content and our weekly summary that comes out Friday as well. So go check all of that out on our website at CyberHubPodcast.com. Subscribe, follow, share, like, comment. And if you have any stories, please let us know by connecting with us on your favorite social media platform. On behalf of myself and all you amazing cybersecurity practitioners, thank you so much for tuning in today. It's great to have you with us. And most importantly, y'all, stay cyber safe.
We love feedback, so make sure to connect with us on social media and subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast listening platform.